Damn it, Jim.
This is the wood. We get what, Raisin?
But it's still good.
My camera is smudgy or something. I just noticed.
So damn hot down there, your camera's sweating.
Dude, oh man, don't even talk about the heat. I want to kill people. And my air conditioner up front is out. So that's the reason I have to run this one right now. Y'all hear that little dingling in the back? It's because I have to. I have to run it or we'll be fucking melting.
It's been like only 60 degrees in Maryland.
Oh, fuck you. Dude,
it's actually been a decent summer this year.
And Saturday it's supposed to be like 103 and like 90-something% humidity.
That sucks.
I want to go somewhere
for you.
By the way, I had a bunch of people messaging me like, "Where the fuck are you?" And I'm like, "What are these people talking about?" I had like 4 people message me, and they were like, "Where the fuck are you?" And I'm like, "What are y'all talking about?" And then finally I figured out. Somebody said, VidCon's going on. I forgot about it. I had no idea what was going on. I had like 4 or 5 people like, "Where the fuck are you?" I'm like, I wasn't ever planning on going this year. Shit.
Oh, well.
What?
Oh, well, you forgot. Whoopsie.
No, I mean, I did. I forgot it was going on, but I wasn't planning on going in, period. Either. Not this year.
Isn't it the Vlog Brothers? Like, aren't they the ones behind VidCon?
They're the ones who started it, yeah.
The Greens, yeah. But now Viacom owns VidCon.
I know one of them, he wrote, was it A Fault of Our Stars?
Yeah. The Viacom bought YouTube. Oh, YouTube. I wish Viacom would buy YouTube. Viacom bought VidCon. Even though I hate Viacom, they still bought VidCon. They'd be better than what's going on now with Google. So, yeah. They bought VidCon.
One thing I remember from VidCon is when Sargon and all the like anti-SJW showed up.
That was 2017, I think. I didn't go that year.
Oh my god, that's already it's already been 5 years.
Yeah, I didn't go that year. Sure didn't. I'm glad I didn't now because I'm glad because I'd have been in that picture. I'd have been in that famous photo, and people would still be fucking throwing it up to me like they did Jeff.
What the hell?
What?
Hi, chat. My chat is being weird. It's starting from the bottom and working up instead of starting from the top and working down.
Well, it's doing its best impersonation of Drake. Starting from the bottom, now to here.
Well, listen, I just want to address the most important thing that's happening on planet Earth right now. No, far more important than that. Steam Summer Sale is fucking on. It's time to fucking follow the tradition of buying at least 70 games that you'll never fucking play or install. So get over to Steam. All those games that you wanted, they're on fucking sale.
More important than that, Red.
No.
I have 162,000 followers.
That's not as important as the Steam Summer Sale.
I am a fucking TikTok god.
Steam Summer Sale. I'm
sorry. How many followers do you have on Steam, though?
You what?
What?
I said, how many followers do you have on Steam?
I don't have followers on Steam. I block everybody on Steam.
Leave me the
fuck alone. Here's my Steam account. It's like I'm actually playing games and I don't want to be disturbed, so I set it so I just ignore messages except for a select few people. Basically, my old squad.
By the way, Britt, I think you will respect this story. I know you will, and I know Christian will. I know John may have a little bit of heart there. I don't know. But the other day I got a message on TikTok, and this is why doing stuff like this, it can be powerful. Like I told you, some of my audience is young, right? This is a 14-year-old boy who's got cancer. And he says he watches my videos while he's doing chemo.
Aww.
And he said it made, I'm about to cry. He said it makes it less painful.
Oh, damn. That is, I don't know how many times, guys, Pimp has told me that is exactly why he does comedy.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing why that means so much to him, he's always maintained that. Always.
This got sad.
No, it ain't sad.
It's beautiful.
It's sad that he's got cancer.
Yes.
But it's not sad that something I do helps him. That's not sad. That's pretty cool. So yeah.
I like talking about like people that I don't like having cancer. That's more entertaining.
John.
Less depressing.
John, that's shit. But anyways, I just thought I wanted to tell that story because because like Ray just said, I've said this a million times to her and Red and all that. That's why I do comedy. Even though I do it for money and stuff like that, of course. But my biggest thrill in life is to have somebody laugh. Right? That it's a rush. It's an unbelievable rush for me. Like I'm sure when Red Eye's a big guitar. I'm sure when he plays a song, it's kind of a rush for him. Yeah,
and cocaine.
Cocaine, of course. But so that's a rush for me, and to hear stories like that, it's pretty cool. So yeah, and but yeah, I also had a very beautiful adult woman who wants to do some of my penis with her mouth.
Wow.
I'm making that part of that shit. That part didn't happen.
You just ruined it. Well done.
That actually did happen. I was trying to be funny, don't tell a joke. But it didn't work. It didn't hit. Fuck.
Didn't hit.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a random person name, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't.
Well, John, you can suck my dick.
Yeah.
You can be a beautiful lady too.
Shab keeps asking me, and he asks me like 40 times every time like I'm on stream with him. No joke. It's like we should make a drinking game every time Shab asks me a sexual question. Everyone in the audience, everyone on stream will be dead within like an hour of the stream.
Well, you're just a big meanie for suggesting it then, John. You just want everyone to die, don't you?
Shab keeps... I gotta have a Me Too movement because Shab just keeps sexually harassing me.
Speaking of Me Too movement, it's not. I don't know if this is really a Me Too movement because he just got busted for it. But Vince McMahon, the CEO and creator of the WWE, used to be WWF, has stepped down from his position of power because he has apparently been having affairs with women. But listen, that's not the only thing. I left this part out before, but I told y'all before the show. He was also swapping the women around like fucking right with his guy friends in the office.
Yeah, well, you know what? They better pay back the hush money because someone didn't keep hushed up, and
somebody
now everyone knows about it. Yep.
Yeah.
So they better give the money back.
What is it called? NDAs or something? What's it called?
Non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah, the NDAs. Yeah, he made them sign those. Somebody didn't do it.
Well, guess what? Yeah, whoever blabbed is potentially, if they did sign an NDA and then went blah 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 blah.
That's true.
That could actually be fucked.
But the board of, because it's a public trading company, right? So the board is investigating, and the board could actually take the company away from Vince.
Yeah. No,
they could actually.
He might go around and just gobble up enough shares where he's the fucking majority owner.
Well, he's been trying
in a position to do so.
Well, he's been doing this. Him and that guy, I keep thinking of the other guy's name, have been setting it up for the last few years to sell the company anyway. I don't know, a lot of people don't know that maybe, but they sold the network to Peacock, right? Which now Peacock's like the number one streaming site because of the WWE network.
Okay.
Yeah, so they sold that, made shit tons of money. And a lot of people say, oh, Peacock fucked up. A lot of people said that when they bought it, right? When NBC bought the WWE network, they was like, oh, this is a fuck up. You're paying way too much money. No. They're making their money. It was a good investment. Because look, folks, I mean, like a lot of people like y'all, a lot of you guys may not be wrestling fans, but like even Red, can tell you this, there's a lot of fucking wrestling fans.
Yeah.
And there's some, and being Americans, we don't realize that wrestling is really big in other countries. Australia used to be one of the biggest countries for pro wrestling.
And they sell
I don't know
out
if it
tours
still
when
is.
they come out. Yeah, well, when the big American companies come out, they usually sell out. They have to put on extra shows.
Well, yeah,
I'm
you
sure
have
it'll
your
be the
own
same
companies
again.
too.
Yeah, we've got our own sort of homegrown wrestlers.
In Japan, it's fucking huge in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also got their sumo wrestling.
Yes, they do. That's actually their biggest sport. Well, it used to be. I don't know if it is now. I
think baseball.
I think MMA took out of. Actually, I think MMA took over the number one sport in Japan, but it used to be sumo.
I think baseball's their number one sport.
No, it's not true.
Baseball's big in Japan, though.
It is huge in Japan. It's also huge in is it Cuba?
I heard it was big in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's big, but it's not. It's not even the third. I mean, it's the third sport now. It's not even the second.
It's not what it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be our pastime, and then
it is
football took over.
Football is our number. American football
What's
is
number
our
two?
basketball.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
This is how it goes. Honestly, I know this. It's football's number one, basketball's number two, baseball's number three, and hockey's number four.
Why are we talking about sports ball without Monty? It doesn't feel right.
Wait a minute. I may be wrong. Golf may be more popular than hockey.
You shut your filthy mouth.
I'm telling you, golf is fucking huge.
Shut your filthy mouth.
There's a fucking huge big uproar in the golfing world at the moment because the PGA Tour has been disrupted because is it the fucking Saudis or someone from Dubai
I heard
or someone?
something about that,
well, they've come to Greg Norman and gone, oh, Mr. Norman, how would you like obscene amounts of money to promote our fucking tour? And here's the thing, the last place getter on this tour when they play, so you come in dead fucking last, you're walking away with enough money to go and buy a house in America. $250,000, I do believe, the fucking around $250,000 US. That's what the last place getter gets. So the PGA's going, it's like these dudes are going, well, I can come and play for the prestige and the and really struggle to earn a living, or I can go play this one fucking game in this tour and earn more money than I'll probably earn in a year at the PGA. It's like, yoink. So a whole bunch of players went, see ya.
Hey, Carson.
And then, so that'll be interesting to see where that all goes.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's fucking. I mean, look, America's a little bit different than everybody else, of course. But it's like it's so weird how we like say fuck soccer when soccer's the most popular sport everywhere else.
Yeah,
I could never get used to dribbling like the ball with my feet and everything when I was younger.
Is that called dribbling?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a soccer guy. Never have.
I usually
We've
kick the
actually
ball,
had
not
this
dribble.
conversation before. He's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I was just saying I really don't know.
No, but I looked up the most popular sports in America. Do you want me to read off the list?
Yeah, I'm right. Am I not?
Well, you're right about the first three. Number 4 is soccer. Number 5 is ice hockey. Yeah. Number 6 is tennis. And then golf is number 7.
Tennis. I actually forgot about tennis stuff. Tennis slipped my mind. I would have put tennis up there too. But I am shocked that soccer is the fourth sport though.
Yeah. And then boxing's number 8, motorsports is number 9, and then WWE is number 10.
It's not really sports, but it's sports entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I was wrong about the fourth sport. I really didn't think soccer was more popular than hockey here, but I guess it is.
I would have guessed hockey and golf would have been more popular. I would have even guessed that WWE would be more popular in America because I don't see a lot of people like really.
Oh, dude, pro wrestling is huge, bro.
Yeah,
it's always a big business, and it always will be a big business. What you don't understand, dude? Back in the 40s, dude, they used to sell out Madison Square Garden or whatever fucking big gardens it was in every fucking day when they had an event. Pro wrestling's always drew an audience, and it will always draw an audience. It may not. It may go through slow periods, but it's people like it.
No, but I looked up the top 10 most popular sports in Japan.
What is
You
that?
wanna?
Yeah.
Number one is StarCraft 2.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, number one is baseball.
It is. Okay, I was wrong. Okay.
And then number two is sumo wrestling.
Okay.
South
And
Korea
then-
would be StarCraft.
Yeah. And then number 3 is soccer. Number 4 is tennis. Number 5 is golf. And 6 is boxing. 7 is basketball. 8 motor racing. 9 pro wrestling. And then 10 martial arts. Kuda.
It's funny how they put pro wrestling in the
Yeah.
categories of sports. Because it's actually, it's, I mean, it's athletic. It's fun.
Yeah, it takes skill. I'd say that, like, I don't know, like figure skating's like a type of performance sport, but you have a competition because you have judges.
Yeah, it's
rating.
not predetermined.
Yeah.
Well, look, we call boxing a sport. We all fucking know that most of those fights are predetermined. Come on.
Yeah, dude, I can't deny that shit anymore, man. Boxing's the most corrupt sport there is. Well, beside cricket.
Yeah, cricket had its, like, well, you know.
Cricket was. I watched that documentary about cricket with India, I read.
Yeah,
That
the
shit.
2020 league. Well,
Shit,
this
cricket
is
sport.
why you need government you need regulation. Society needs to regulate shit, or else you end up with that kind of shit. Or our government, again, what's happening in New South Wales. So the former deputy premier was basically mysteriously given a plum trade position to America. Well, there's been a bit of a public outcry, and the parliament's revolted against the fucking current premier, and he's been forced, after saying last week, oh, you know, can't interfere with this one. He's put a stop to it, and they're doing a full inquiry, because it turns out one of the people that was on the selection committee to pick him for the job used to fucking work for him when he was deputy premier. It's like, can you get much more corruption, allegedly?
Damn.
It's like, no, you couldn't.
I got a question. Okay, because I'm not a gamer, of course. You guys, I don't. You guys are. John is. What is the most successful game of all time?
Well, what do you mean by like financially?
Yeah, yeah.
I would guess probably like Call of Duty or World of Warcraft, like some online game.
What?
I don't know if World of Warcraft I don't know. I put my poker chips in Call of Duty.
I'm
'Cause
going to say I'm going to say Star Citizen, because they haven't actually released an actual fucking game yet. They've made over $400 fucking million. Hold on.
Dave says Super Mario. He may be right.
Let me go and check. Hold on, just because I got a Star
good
Citizen
question,
package.
Like the highest grossing or best selling?
Yeah, because a lot of games they make money off of like people investing in subscriptions and purchasing like what is it, like add-ons and
Yeah,
Go ahead, Red.
Star Citizen's got all of that shit beat. They've got the ultimate fucking thing going. It's just like, are you fucking kidding? So hold on, let's go to this part. Funding. So as of, because they got to scale up. So right now they have made 483 holy fucking shit. $405,452. There, when I signed up, there was about 1 million people. There are 3.93 million Star Citizens. Now, here's the fucking best bit. You go to the pledge store, right? So that they've made $483 million. They haven't released a game yet, right? You can buy. Oh, we've got a new ship out. It's called the Talon. You can buy this fucking ship, right? I don't think you'll be able to play it in the game yet. It's $126. But wait, there's more. There's fucking more. The most expensive ships. You get into some retardedly expensive shit here. So let's just look at the Starfarer. Right. This is just a single ship in the game. So you got to buy your base game package. Then you can buy this on top. How much is this motherfucker going to set me back?
Well, by the way, according to this, what I just asked, most successful video game of all time, this is Minecraft.
Successful, yes, but
yeah,
highest grossing.
I'm looking up
Pac-Man.
highest. Yeah, Pac-Man. Because I'm looking that up right now.
Pac-Man,
And it's talking about
Space
how
Invaders, and Dungeon Fighter Online. Street Fighter is in the top 5. That's number 4, and Honor of Kings.
All right.
It's
yeah,
the 5 spot.
Raisin's reading the same list I'm reading.
Listen to this shit though. This is a Star Citizen website. I'm looking at the ship matrix now. So you want to just buy a standalone ship. There's one for the Prowler, $484. The Banu Defender, $242. The fucking goddamn Blade, which is one of the alien ships, that's $302. I used to actually have one of those in game before I got my $2,000 back. Yes, I was one of those fucking idiots, but I got my money back because I saw the writing on the wall. So yeah, $200, $300. You can throw down up. I think the most expensive ship is over $1,000 for the big battle cruisers and shit. It's fucking insane. There's no game yet. There's a big, massive tech demo out there, but the game that they promised and Squadron nowhere. And they've made $400+ million fucking dollars.
But I'd say one franchise that's up there, if you're not talking about individual games and you're talking about franchises overall, like Pokemon, because they really, like every year they release like 5 Pokemon games, and they're pretty much just the same game, but like there's a few Pokemon that you can get in one game that you can't get in the other. So if you want to be the kid that has all the Pokemon, you got to catch them all. You get your parents to buy you like pretty much the same game like 3 times over.
But now going back to my question, y'all said the most gross was Pac-Man, which it is shocking. But isn't that because Pac-Man's been around so long?
Yeah, longer.
I would think Tetris would be high up there too. I don't see it on many lists, but Tetris has had a lot of iterations and been around for a long time too.
Well, it makes sense because like a lot of the revenues, because it's an arcade game and people are constantly pumping quarters into the arcade machine.
It's a hard one because there's all these different categories. You got arcade machines back in the day, and then there's consoles, and those two should be separated. Like arcade, the arcade era was a fucking magical time for like playing games. Like arcades were fucking great. It's like
I like arcades.
No adults, lots of fucking kids, and when you got to a certain age, you go down and see certain people, and you could acquire certain things really easy. It's like, hey, dude. It's like, hey, dude. Hey.
Yeah, there was always that one older dude. Creepy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You had to leave your home.
They told me to leave, but I was like, fuck y'all.
Yeah. They booted me out last year. It was like sad time. Sad time. No, shit. We used to hang at Fun Zone down in Crawley for fuck. That place was fucking awesome. Two levels of just games, air hockey, and pool.
I remember when skating rings were cool.
I remember when I was like 4 or 5 years old, there was an arcade in the local mall, but then it shut down like when I was like 5 or 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's my memory of arcades.
See, there's still skating rinks around, but it isn't nothing like it was when I was a kid. Skating rinks, fucking trip to go to when I was a kid.
I'll tell you what kids have got. Like, all right, they haven't got skating rinks and stuff, but the skate parks in my city now, I look at them and I just go, if one kid in this fucking town ever says they're bored, I reserve the right to just slap them in the back of the head with a skateboard and then point in the direction of the local park with this epic, like 20 years ago, you used to have to pay in America, they'd charge good money to get into parks like this with all of these really cool bowls and fucking rails and shit, like really, really well engineered stuff. And they're fucking everywhere. Like when I was a kid, we had these 2 half pipes, right? And one of the half pipes was so badly poured that one of the walls, it actually kind of went over vertical for a little bit, and then it it was just the worst thing to skate on ever. Little bowl and big bowl down at Tugan. They were fucking horrendous. But that skate park now is crazy good. Those fucking kids are so lucky. And if I go down there, I will break a hip like that. I'll just skittle around like a cockroach on the ground screaming. But yeah,
Well, now.
Oh, did y'all see the trip? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna have like VR skate parks where there's no need to go to skate parks anymore.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And now with like Uber Eats and stuff, we're to the point where it's like you don't talk to somebody on the phone to order something. You don't even like open the door to like grab your food from them. People are so reclusive now where it's just just leave it at the front porch.
At the door, yeah.
Yeah.
You get your drone to fly down and pick it up for you.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that point where everyone.
Well, Amazon Prime is already working on the drone.
That's
no, they've already done it. Like
and they've also started to defund the shit out of it because it's not viable. And here's why: geo-blocking. And
they started a forest fire, man.
And after
started a forest fire.
Yeah, but after what we've seen in the Ukraine, do you want fucking drones flying around in your fucking city? Fuck no. Oh, fuck no. There's going to be massive.
Already have drone.
Dude, we already have drones everywhere.
Go and look into it, and I guarantee you that there are no massive rollouts of it because of geo-blocking.
Oh, I believe.
Well, here's the problem with it. If you live within Kui of an airport, you're fucked. If you live in Kui of certain military installations, no drone deliveries. If you just live in the wrong spot, there's a geo block, and the drones literally can't fucking fly there. It's not feasible.
I just saw something about them doing a test program somewhere in California. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I think there are certain areas where they're doing it, but like it
was supposed to happen a long time ago, but yeah.
Well, I think like in any
Amazon have scaled their thing down, and all the big companies were going, "This is what we're going to do." They went quiet. They said this 5 years ago, and then they went dead fucking quiet. Why is that? Because geo-blocking ruined the party. It really does. It fucks everything. It's like you can't fly the things within certain fucking distances of airports and other infrastructure. You just can't.
How are we going to replace the jobs?
I didn't like the idea of it anyway.
Yeah,
I didn't like the idea of it anyway.
Oh, look, after what I've seen in the Ukraine, fuck having drones flying around fucking anywhere. It's like, nah, they can be so easy. Look, the Russians, the Belarusians went, drones? Yeah, we like drones. Check this fucking drone out. So they strapped a fucking AK-47 to it. And they went, combinate. Cool. And they went, yeah, all right, check this one out. Then they showed off the next one, and they showed it flying and shooting with a fucking RPG on it. Then they pulled out the next one, dual RPGs. It's like, that's what drones are now. They've just been weaponized, and this latest conflict shows they're really good at it. They use also good artillery spotting and all sorts of shit.
I think so.
But they're also good at
kamikaze attacks.
Yes,
seen what happened in Russia.
Smuggling drugs across the border.
And into prison and everywhere. It's like that's why there's geo-blocking near prisons as well, so you can't have people flying drones into dropping off baggies of drugs, which was happening quite regularly. And if you've seen the latest footage from from Russia, it shows this what looks eerily like a Ukrainian-designed drone flying in Russian airspace right over the top of this big gas refinery. And just as it gets right over the top of it, you just hear the motor go and stop, and then it just goes, and you hear this crack, and then this fucking big fire breaks out because they just kamikaze dive bomb the thing with a fucking suicide drone. No, when I say suicide drone, the drone gave its existence for the Ukrainian people, and it caused a massive fucking fire in this refinery. And it looks like now that the gas supplies to Europe are going to just go and cease completely because Russians' infrastructure is getting fucking dick punched. There's been 2 of these attacks in the last 2 days. I watched another one this morning, another gas place. Someone detonated a bomb there. Kids are riding their push bikes down the road, and then you just see this fucking fireball go 150 feet in the air. The kids just keep riding their bikes like it's nothing. It's like, wow.
Don't you think society would be safer if we had like drones just flying around keeping surveillance on everybody?
No.
Don't you think that would really help?
China, where they tell you to stay calm and resist the urge to express your freedom or whatever?
Yeah, social points, mate. Let's all get social. Look, self-driving vehicles. Everybody has to have seen the footage now. The dude gloating about his Tesla self-driving ability, and the fucking thing literally sees the guy on the push bike and just goes and tries to run the cunt over. It's like, holy fucking shit! It's a murder bot. It's hell. It's fucking hell. And hell's fucking on the road with us now.
We have driverless taxi services over here in certain cities.
Yeah, I mean, governments like China with the social credit system, they need to do something where, like, somebody who's speaking out against the government or their activity on the internet seems shady, they get into, like, one of those driverless cabs and it just drives off a bridge. And for some reason, people that speak out against the government, like these autonomous vehicles, just go haywire. That's when they decide not to work. That's what I would do.
Regular car if they wanted to.
Yeah. Well, that's what I would do if I was a dictator.
We got that. By the way, we're not going 2 hours from that. We're going an hour. So.
Fair enough.
That's good because I'm crashing.
Yeah. What was that I was going to bring? Oh, yeah. Y'all seen I seen this thing a while back, and I don't know when they're supposed to start doing it, but these fucking pizza machines, you walk up to like a vending machine, stick your money or debit card, whatever, your debit card, and the machine just makes your pizza and tops it out.
That's new. They have that shit going on over in Japan, and it makes sushi.
Yeah.
You go to a sushi bar, and you can pick out how you want your sushi built, and their little robot finger is building your sushi.
I think we should just replace every job with robots, replace the government with robots, and just make it so everyone's confined to their home with like a VR headset, and then people live in some kind of like virtual reality, some virtual network. There you go. And then people won't be killing each other. Have robots take care of the planet, and humans just kind of all become recluses and just don't bother one another. There you go.
Well, okay, John.
Yeah, it's like that anime Kino's like Journeys. There's one episode where like they go to this one country where everyone decided to just stay inside and quarantine themselves because society kept going to war and fighting. So they decided, hey, why not just become a bunch of a recluse nation?
Is it recluse or recluse?
I don't know.
Oh, he said recluse.
Yeah, recluse.
What is it? It's a homograph where there's like there might be two different ways to pronounce it.
Yeah, I just never heard anybody say it like that, huh? And it's confusing.
I might be mispronouncing it.
I think you are.
Probably it might just be the different area, different dialects.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at some regulations on that.
Wait a minute. Back up, Bubba. Get off. God damn.
Yeah,
Torn down with the world.
2 licensed drone operators in Australia, and there's this one little thing here. It basically says in certain situations, the drone operators, because they have to have a pilot sitting on the stick at all times. So it's not just an automatic thing. So for every drone in the air, there's got to be a person sitting there going beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, and basically keeping an eye on it. And they just basically says here, listen, sometimes pilots just may decide to land their drone in emergency situations. So if a drone lands on your property, leave it alone, because the drone operators are GPS tracking it, and they're going to be coming out to your property and just trespassing to retrieve their property. It's like, I'm not sure about the legality of that. I'd like to look into it, because where I come from, if a drone lands on my property, it's mine now.
We need to just replace the drone operators with robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Tesla bots. People in fucking lycra suits going beep boop, yeah. Tesla bot, beep boop.
Okay, buddy.
Oh shit.
Just have Siri act as the drone operator.
So Prime's gonna roll out that test pilot program this year. We're so fucked. And Walmart is competing with them to see who can launch drones first. And they're looking to launch drones in 6 different states, not just one city.
Yeah,
Lovely.
We just need to. stop resisting. We just gotta assimilate with like
Wait,
the
what cities are they
robots.
going to burn down? Let's find out what cities Walmart's going to burn down. What states, anyway? Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Texas, Utah, and Virginia. Have fun with that, guys.
Yeah, here's the thing about all of these electric things that are going to be running around. Have you ever seen a thermal runaway event with a fucking because I used to do RC stuff. Have you ever seen one of those batteries let go? Just the little tiny ones that go in the remote control stuff. They fucking release a frightening amount of energy. Now, if you go and look at Lewis Rosman's channel, he's got a little video of his e-bike letting go, and he was just walking in his front door. So luckily it let go right on his front doorstep, and it wasn't inside his house. If it was inside the house, they would have lost the block of units. Because once it starts, you can't stop them. And they fucking burn like a boss. So, yeah, I don't like the idea of having all of these devices flying around, because eventually some are going to fail, and there will be a thermal runaway on a battery somewhere. And if it lands in the wrong spot, like Razor just said, forest fire, or imagine if it landed in the middle of a fucking place where there's a lot of, I don't know, flammable stuff stored.
Like a preschool.
Well, anywhere.
Look, the pilot program for Amazon is going to launch in California. They already set acres on fire last year in Oregon with test drones over there. What happens when it crashes in a place that constantly has out of control wildfires?
Yeah, well, they're really tightly regulated in Australia. There's 2 companies that are allowed to do drone deliveries, and they're in very finite areas.
I think I found a solution to this. We just need firefighting drones that are deployed when the other drones cause fires. Brigade. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay. Wait a minute.
How do you fix America's gun control problem? Well, apparently the Supreme Court thinks that removing the fucking restrictions on concealed carry in fucking New York was a great idea. It's just like, are you guys for real? I heard people at a gun convention were going, maybe it's time we started looking at background checks and mental health fucking stuff, and, bit of compromise. And the Supreme Court goes, no, fuck that. Everyone can carry a concealed weapon in New York now. Fuck it, because we think what they did 100 years ago is unconstitutional. Fuck everybody. I'm like, holy shit, the judges are fucking insane. They're the people that are supposed to make the good decisions. It's like, oh no, whoopsie. You know
hey, real quick. Gage gave $4.89. Says, someone finish this lyric and I'll donate $10 more. Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth what the other one has to say, reminiscing this and that and having such a good time. Oodaloo-lally. Motherfucker. I know. Is it oodaloo-lally or oodaloo-lally?
Oodalally, golly, what a day.
Yeah, oodalally, yeah, that's it. Well, we just finished it for you, motherfucker. Give me my $20.
Thank you, Gage.
Speaking of drones 10,
why did I say 20? You said 10.
No, but speaking of drones and mass shootings and stuff, I think instead of having officers deployed at schools, we need to just have some kind of droid that's deployed whenever there's a shooting. You push a button like the principal, and it flies out, and what it does is it just locates the shooter and sprays them with tear gas.
No, bullshit. Just get the fucking drones from Belarus with got the RPGs, and get the one with the 2 RPGs so you can double tap just to be fucking sure.
You know what? Why don't they just have it so every teacher is armed with some tear gas launcher or something?
No, John, I've got the answer. Concealed carry drones. So everyone can just whip out a drone, throw it up in the air, and drone fights. Instead of knife fights, your drones go and fight each other. It's going to be fucking great. I just solved America's violence problem.
No, make sure every kid has a gas mask and every person working at the school.
I did. I just solved America's violence problem.
You're so stupid.
Let's
make
not
sure-
be Wally people. Let's be Big Hero 6 instead.
No, but like what we
I
do
just
to
saw
deal
American
with-
violence, bro.
Buck
No,
fight.
but what we need to do to get rid of like or to curb like school shootings is make sure that everyone at the school has a gas mask on standby, and then you just have it like the sprinkler system is set to just spray the school with tear gas.
I don't think any of our ideas is good.
Yes, tear gas the schools and arm all the kids.
No,
That'll settle it.
Well, don't arm them.
Tranquilize
Just
No, arm them. Why not? Give
No,
them out
just
like Pez dispensers, right?
laughing gas. Just pump the school full of laughing gas.
Exactly.
Everyone just gets really high. It's going to be great.
right, just pump the school with gas. There you go, laughing gas, tear
he's-
gas, some kind of gas.
Here's what I think of New York's decision to fucking do this concealed carry for everyone. It's like, if I ever go to New York, I'm going to be extra, extra nice to everybody because you just don't know who the fuck is going to be carrying a fucking goddamn fucking deagle. Imagine giving someone shit and they just pull out a deagle and shove it up one of your nostrils and go, "What were you saying?" It's like, "Oh, nothing." Nice deagle.
This is why reverse gun control works.
Is that a pearl handle on that deagle? It's like, yes, it fucking is. It's like, ooh. So if you're in New York, just be fucking really nice to everybody. Say, hey bro, there you go, bro. Just high five everybody, hug every, or maybe not. No, don't hug everybody because they might pull a gun. You trying to mug me, motherfucker? It's like, oh
If
damn.
somebody's pissed off, they should just have a fight.
Drone war.
Exactly.
Like I said, drone fire. Just pull out your fucking concealed carry drone. Up in
No,
the air and
no,
let it
I'm
go for
talking
it.
about get out there gladiator style.
Well, we need to bring back like pistols at like 10. What is it?
No, drones, dude. Just drones are where it's at. Just everything needs a drone, like a drone version of it. I'm telling you, it'll just fix everything. I've seen the future and it is fucking drones.
Speaking of like disarming like shooters and stuff, why don't we
Drones?
have drones that are armed with like these strobe lights, and they also produce this. No, but they produce. Think of this: like they produce this like ear-piercing kind of like noise or audio.
Then you fuck everybody
It has
up.
a strobe light. Yeah, but I mean,
fuck innocent.
it's for the
bystanders.
greater good. Like
for the-
you give a few people seizures, but you like disarm the shooter.
No, at least my proposal of the dual wielding drone RPG thing will, at least it's just going to cause a finite amount of damage and it's fairly directional. Yours is what would you call it? Omnidirectional? It's just it fucks everything up in a 360-degree fucking.
Did we talk about jewels? Because they outlawed that shit.
What?
The jewels, the vaping little thing they call the jewels.
Oh,
They outlawed it today.
Why?
well, good.
You did, and they said if anybody's got it, you have to take them. Everybody's gonna take them off the shelves and everything now. Sure did, because they're gonna. I mean, why do you say good for, John?
I was joking.
really
I was
wanna-
saying that like it's like people call them the douche pens or whatever, like the douche.
Yeah,
pens,
but
because,
still,
I don't think they should make it illegal.
I think it's actually. I think it's in. Look, yeah, maybe they don't have because you know what they're doing, right? They're doing it so they can go out to cigarettes. I mean, that's what they want to do. They want to outlaw cigarettes so goddamn bad, which I don't think they'll be able to because big tobacco puts way too much money in people's pockets.
I don't think you should make any drug like illegal because then it just creates an underground market for it.
Well,
John
I'm
is-
gonna tell you right now. If they made a cigarettes illegal, biggest underground black market in
All right.
the history.
It's like making
Hi-
alcohol illegal. It's just
Hi
stupid.
from Australia, highest taxation on tobacco in the world. And guess what there is right now? A massive problem. Because here's the kicker. I've just found this out too. It's not a criminal offense to sell tobacco that's sourced illegally. It's a tax thing, but they get you on different things. But to do this, there are actually people opening up shops on streets, like actual shops near legitimate tobacconists, selling what's called in Australia chop chop, which is just illegal tobacco. And you have no fucking idea. There's shops every. I've got to find one because I'm $30.
Make shit tons of money on it.
Well, no, they sell a decent sized chunk of tobacco for a hell of a lot fucking cheaper, or you can get black market cigarettes from Asia for a couple of bucks a packet.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Red.
$30 for 20 cigarettes.
I went to rolling my own cigarettes because it's way cheaper. Raisin does it too. She's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Do you know,
I'm gonna tell you right now. If they say it's illegal, if they ever make cigarettes illegal, I'm going to buy, before they take it all off. I'm going to buy every fucking bag of tobacco I can find.
They won't.
And
Yeah,
I'm going.
that's why the retailers have to take these jewels off the shelf, is so people don't go out and do that.
Well, I'm talking about where I can bootleg this shit.
Just
Yeah,
grow
but
your own tobacco.
Mafia.
Yeah.
It's like, did
It will
the
be the
world
biggest
not
black
learn?
market ever if they ever did. I'm telling you, biggest black market.
Well, alcohol was prohibition. Look what happened. You got the fucking
Prohibition
mafia.
never works, by the way. Never.
No, it,
Unless you want to increase crime and jail people in jail.
Because prohibition
Regulation.
did not work in America back in the day. They had all these speakeasies and all that shit.
Isn't that how we got organized crime so thick over here?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how we got the mafia so firmly entrenched in society in America, is because they saw an opportunity and went, well, shit, people like to get fucked up, it turns out, especially after a hard day's work. They really like to get fucked up, including the police chief, most of the judges. And here's the other funny thing too. When you start rolling in fucking money, people are like, a bit iffy. If you go and go, oh no, look, here's this wad of rolled up cash, and you open it in their face and it explodes, and you make it rain money on them, they soon, what's that say, turn a blind eye. And all of a sudden you've got this term called a speakeasy.
The speakeasy, yeah.
Right? Which is one of the coolest fucking words you'll ever get out of the 20th century.
And the speakeasy bars are fucking cool too.
Look, I'm looking at a bottle of goddamn Southern Comfort right now. I love that shit. But
it tastes like cough syrup, bro.
Nah, dude, it just tastes like fucking lolly water. I love it.
I can't
So
stand
fucking good.
I can't stand SoCo, bro. If you like it, you like it. That's fine. Me personally, no.
Do you think we should decriminalize cocaine?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll regulate it. Most drugs should be decriminalized. And you will find, and this is, I'll quote the former deputy police commissioner from Australia from a few years ago. She envisages a time within the next 20 years where most drugs, and let me say again, most, not all, I don't want to see angel dust put on any shelf anywhere. It's like, don't want any citizens on PCP. That shit's bad juju.
PCP is awesome.
No, I've got my limits. Yeah, no. Yeah, and like Dragon says, cigarettes are absolutely terrible. I fucking agree. But we should have free choice when it comes to the stuff.
I used to have a stutter until I smoked, and it saw.
No, I want cigarettes to be legal, and I want people to smoke because I want to feel superior to them for not being a smoker.
We look so much cooler than you do when we have a cigarette in our hand.
I want to be all sanctimonious and preach to them about health.
I want to go back to the days where doctors were fucking appearing in ads for fucking cigarettes.
And the cure stutters and shit like that.
Like, you remember the Simpsons is like, Laramie cigarettes. It's like, Laramie cigarettes. It basically help increase your breathing capacity by 30%. Or
which Prince was it or King that had the stutter?
A lot of them did.
But they made a movie about him.
A movie?
Not too long ago.
Birdie had a stutter. I don't know if they made a movie about him.
I think that was Birdie. Yes, it was.
What the hell was his king name? Shit.
Anyways, they had a doctor actually prescribe him cigarettes.
George the Sixth.
To heal the stutter.
Yes, George the Sixth.
There you go. So look, I want to go back to an age where I can go to the doctors and go, doc, and you go, you need some cigarettes, son. Here's some Laramie. Or try these Camel or whatever the fuck. It's like, and Jesus Christ.
It could.
Marlboro, the fucking Marlboro man. It's just like, how many people died of cancer because of that fucking dude?
I'm going to tell you a time where I'm glad I didn't live in because I know my addiction is when they had pure laudanum. Yeah. Pure fucking opium. Yeah. I would have fucking went.
Look, I reckon we would have done pretty good back in the old West if we lived to be old timers. We'd be sitting out in a fucking veranda somewhere going, Here, pimp, you shit in my tonic, because basically it was just fucking opium and whiskey and shit all mixed into this bottle. It's like, hey, Pappy. It's like it's why you always see somebody get me my tonic. It's because they're fucking strung the fuck out and they need a hit of their fucking little opium.
Pure liquid opium.
And here's a crazy thing about World War One. Now, I've seen they did some archaeological digs in France, and they actually found some trenches and dug them up. And one of the things they found that you used to be able to send to people that were going to the front line was like this care package, and in it was a couple of different sorts of drugs and a fucking syringe, like this really intricate, ornate syringe with the outer housing was metal and all like really fancy, and the inner bit was like glass and shit. It was still intact in this little kit, and they used to send these care packages because like World War One trench warfare, if you're on the English side, consisted of, if you weren't an officer, you'd line up in the trench, and then you'd stand in front of a ladder and they'd blow the whistle. You'd climb the ladder and you'd run out, and then whoever the fuck was waiting for you would mow you down with a machine gun. Welcome to World War One.
No, during like Vietnam.
Well, we got 8 minutes left of the show, guys. And Landon just messaged me, said he had some issues. The reason he didn't make it. It's okay. John?
Yeah,
during the butt.
And some of the younger folks wouldn't know this, but did you know that Coca-Cola used to actually contain cocaine?
Yep.
Up until the 1960s.
I thought it was earlier than that. But you may be right. You may be right.
Because there was a collector with a bottle. Actually, I'll check that. By
the way, I want to read y'all something. This is how sick Red Eye is, by the way. I asked him, "Does you want to be on tonight?" He said, "Yeah, because I need your butt."
That's a lot.
Wow, that's forward.
And then he said, and I said, "Cool." And he said, "Now can you gay my penis?"
That's also not true.
I got the text right there.
No, you don't.
I do, but I'm the one that sent it to you.
My God. That's rude. Like, wow.
I do that shit all the time, don't I, Rick?
It's just.
I very rarely send him a message, but what I do is usually do something gay sex in my butt.
Yeah, so basically, that's a pretty accurate description of what happens. Like, I want to be on a night nine. Yeah, okay. Then he says, "Good, I need your butt." And then the next one is, "Can you be on a night nine?" Yeah, he says, "Cool. Now you can gay my penis." My reply to that was, "No, I'm hiring Depp's lawyers and I'm suing you for sexual harassment."
And I said, "No fun."
That's right.
Damn.
Damn. Anyways, 6 minutes.
All right, so
it's like one more than 5 minutes.
Yeah. You got your.
All right, so it was 1929 that they stopped putting a certain substance in Coca-Cola. They used fresh leaves up until 1904. Then they started using spent leaves, the leftovers of cocaine extraction process with trace levels of cocaine. No wonder that shit fucking become fucking popular. It's like, let's load this shit up with a really addictive substance. It's like, well fucking played, you sons of bitches.
But with like the prison episodes I've been doing on my like channel, like I've been looking into like the like drug trade and everything all across like the Americas, and it's really fucked up. And you can blame a lot of it on like US and everything.
Yeah.
Because it's like by us like pretty much fueling this drug war, we're screwing over countries like Mexico and Brazil because they have these like overcrowded prison systems, and a lot of it's just due to the drug trade and them like people smuggling cocaine and stuff. And it's like if they just decriminalized a lot of these drugs, it would like drastically improve like the development in those countries. So
create so many fucking jobs overnight, all across the world, but from production through to distribution. It'd be frightening. It'd be a massive game changer. Again, don't want to do it to all the things, but let's be sensible about it, because a few American states went recreational with the weed. The sky didn't fall in. In fact, let's go and have a look at Colorado's tax intake since they did it, and I think you'll find that they take in more money than they used to, and they don't have to spend money or as much money policing it, dealing with it, paying the court system to process fucking cases, all of that shit. Frees up fucking court system to deal with actual problems. There's just no fucking losses here, but try and get it past muster in Australia. You hear the fucking Australian Medical Association go, marijuana's bad for you. Yeah. It's like, and people still fucking use it. What's your point, dipshits?
Yeah, it's better for people to do something that's bad for them and not be in prison, where they can go to work and contribute to the economy, as opposed to giving them criminal records and fucking the economy over.
Well, if you regulate drug industry, for instance, let's just go really crazy.
Yeah.
Let's just say, all right, we're going to legalize but heavily regulate heroin distribution, kind of like they might have done in Amsterdam and a certain other place, and it showed that a whole bunch of positives came out of it. Drug-related crime dropped dramatically. Drug addiction, which is one of the big problems, it dropped too. People were getting jobs while in methadone programs and becoming functional parts of society. It's all this crazy shit happened, but then you get the conservative fucking side of it come in and start going, yeah, drugs are bad, and they started reversing some of that shit. But before they went ahead with this, some of the parks over there, I've seen photos of parks, there were literally hundreds of syringes just on the fucking grass near benches where people would sit down and go and shoot up. And that all stopped. And people, also 50% of the people that entered the methadone program ended up getting off fucking heroin. It was just this crazy fucking thing of well regulated. It seems to be a better answer than criminalization, because you just end up with private prisons full of fucking slave labor. Benefiting who? Westinghouse and fucking companies like that. Fuck that noise. Anyway,
a lot of the street drugs, like marijuana and stuff, it's because people are buying it on the street and it's not regulated. It's laced with a bunch of other shit. So you got a lot of people getting addicted to other substances that they wouldn't get addicted to if they could just buy it legally in the store.
Yeah, real quick, guys. Gage wants me. He says $8 more to complete this. You humans are saying an eye for an eye, a life for a life. Well, he owes me 10 lives in blank.
Whoa.
Garrett's. What is that word? Garrus?
Mm-hmm. I can't see it, so.
Garrus. What is that word?
Garrus.
Garrus. Yeah. What is it?
Garrus?
I don't know that quote, Gage. You have to give me the $8. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Me neither. We got 1 minute, John Morgan.
Thanks, buddy. You the man.
It's one more than 0 minutes.
Shut up, John.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Nice.
Maybe some well-regulated decriminalization and de-escalation on certain things may benefit society.
I think we need to make John Morgan.
Well, one thing, when people talk about making drugs illegal, the argument they're bad for you. My big thing is, it's cheeseburgers are bad for you. Are we gonna criminalize junk food? Because how many people are dying from junk food compared to
that is a little different though.
They got rid of trans fats.
Is it? Shouldn't we ban McDonald's for making fat kids?
Yeah,
but
they actually did regulate
heart attacks and diabetes. Yeah, that's better than junk food.
They
did
killing a family for a Big Mac.
You guys don't.
If you took away McDonald's, you'd see it.
Well, trans fats. They removed trans fats. In Australia, it's illegal to put trans fats in food now. And I'm pretty sure in some American states it's exactly the same. And there's a reason they did that. That stuff makes food taste it tastes better. It tastes yummier. It's just and They also started putting less sugar in the buns. They've forced fast food chains to do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So, what about the American state that can't sell the really big mega cups of fucking drink anymore? Didn't they regulate that in one state? I think might have been Cali.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's time to go, folks.
Topi.
Time passes when you get tired of it.
So yeah, I'm going to be streaming to Twitch a bit later. Hopefully, I may have fixed my audio problem with only one channel playing my vocal track. So I got an XLR splitter, and that may have fixed the problem. We'll see.
The biggest audio problem is you talking.
Yeah. No, Ricky just says real quick, don't want more regulation. No, I want airline industries well regulated. I want car industries well regulated. I want medical industries well regulated. Yeah, regulation's a good thing, dude. Not over regulation, but I want standards in society. I don't want cowboys coming in saying, I'll do that fucking goddamn heart operation on you, dude. I've read a book and I watched a video on YouTube.
Sure.
Well, unless it's firearms, we don't want those regulated. We want everyone to have a gun.
Drugs and drones.
I want people with qualifications doing important things. That's what regulation means to me, is like just having standards and making sure they're abided by. Kind of like food safety standards in you
don't want you want them enforced.
Yeah. But we don't want over regulars. We don't want to go over the top with it, like they do in Australia. It's like, you can't smoke. We don't want you smoking. You have to pay $30 for 20 cigarettes because that's going to make you not smoke. It's like, no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, well, shut the fuck up while you're in the show.
No.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.